She smiles. He laughs. They walk through Tokyo like a couple in love. This isn't a chance encounter, though. This isn't burgeoning romance. This is something else entirely. This is the world of rental girlfriends and even rental families. For 10,000 yen an hour, she'll hold your hand. For a bit more, she'll pretend to care. She'll text you good night and good morning. She'll say things like, "Oh, you're fun to be around." And maybe, just maybe, for a moment, you'll forget you're alone. For a few hours, these men get to experience what they've been craving: attention, affection, the feeling of being wanted. This is a complex and sometimes heartbreaking reflection of modern loneliness and the evolving mental landscape of men in the 21st century. In my opinion, this doesn't cure loneliness. It reminds you how alone you really are. The dating market has become a brutal hierarchy, and at the bottom are men who would rather pay for a lie than face another rejection. So, what exactly is a rental girlfriend? At its core, it's a professional service where individuals, predominantly men, pay for the companionship of a woman for a set period. Think of it less as a romantic encounter in the traditional sense, and more as an emotional performance, a carefully curated experience designed to mimic the feeling of a genuine relationship. So, these aren't escort services. The emphasis is strictly on companionship. Going to dinner, visiting tourist spots, having conversations, watching a movie, perhaps even holding hands or receiving comforting words, laughing at your jokes, and even pretending to be in love. It's about fulfilling the emotional void, not physical intimacy. And it extends just beyond girlfriends. There are services offering rental friends, rental wives, and yes, even rental families. Complete with parents and children, ready to play their roles for a special occasion, or just a day of simulated normalcy. They memorize stories, create fake memories, wear fake smiles, and men pay for the fantasy, because fantasy feels better than reality. Welcome to the loneliness economy, where human connection has become a product. On the surface, it seems almost dystopian, doesn't it? Paying for human connection. Why would a man choose to rent a girlfriend? The answers are rarely simple, and they speak volumes about the silent struggles many men face in modern society. We live in the most connected time in human history. You can text anyone, anywhere, instantly. Swipe right to match. Dating apps promising endless matches. DM to flirt. Heart react to show affection. But that's all bullshit. None of it is real. When you look at those men renting a girlfriend, not all of them are socially awkward. Many are ordinary. Many are tired of being invisible, tired of the cold silence when the screen goes dark and there's no one there. Dating can be incredibly challenging, especially for the below average and average men. With changing social dynamics and a rise in introversion, the conventional paths to finding a partner has become more complex. Social anxiety, lack of dating experience, or simply not understanding how to navigate the modern dating scene can leave men feeling adrift. Look at what modern men are told: be successful, and then maybe you'll be loved. But then you end up still paying in some other form. For some, these services offer a controlled environment. There's no risk of rejection, no pressure to perform, no complex emotional baggage. It's a predictable interaction, a guaranteed pleasant experience for a set fee. For men who may have been hurt in past relationships, or who find the unpredictability of real connection overwhelming, this predictability can be a powerful draw. Perhaps the biggest reason is the simple, desperate human need for validation. For many men, these rental services offer a space where they can talk about their day, their worries, their dreams, without judgment. It's a temporary escape from the emotional isolation that can plague modern life. It's about feeling cared for, even if that care is compensated, even when deep down she doesn't give a shit. However, the emotional boundaries can be blurry. While they maintain a professional distance, they are still engaging with real human emotions. They hear stories of loneliness, despair, and vulnerability. It can be a heavy burden to bear, even if it's a job. We can assume that some may develop a genuine sense of empathy for their client, while others must guard their own emotions to avoid burnout. And for the clients, while the connection is paid for, from what they say, the feeling of connection can be undeniably real in the moment. This creates a fascination paradox, a transaction that delivers emotional relief, even if it's temporary and built on a foundation of artifice. It's the ultimate illusion, a comfort blanket woven from carefully constructed interactions. The real question is, do you believe it? Because you honestly know it's not real. It's like living a delusion. The way I see it, it's not a solution. It's a band-aid on a bullet wound. It doesn't last. When the date ends, she leaves. The smile vanishes, the warmth fades, the illusion dissolves. You go back to an empty apartment, and this is the moment it hits. The silence after the performance, the kind of silence that echoes in your chest, the kind that reminds you that you were never really seen, never really held, never really loved. That hour you paid for, did it cure the loneliness or deepen it? Because now you've tasted something close to connection and lost it again. You tell me what you think. Because I think the true cost of rented love is not the money. It's the slow erosion of self-worth. Because every fake I love you whispers a darker truth. You have to pay to get any resemblance of love, and this can put you in a vicious cycle. At first, it maybe felt good, but after a while, you realize how pathetic it is. You're paying someone to tolerate you. Do you think that's better than being alone? I know people will have different answers for this. It all comes down to the fundamental human desire, the desire to belong, to be loved, to not be alone. Whether it's a rental girlfriend for a day or a rental family for a special occasion, the underlying motivation is the same. It's a profound, often desperate search for human warmth. It reminds us that genuine connection is ultimately irreplaceable. It cannot truly be bought, because in the end, that's what we all truly yearn for. And genuine desire is the only thing that ever really lasts. The loneliest feeling isn't being alone. It's being surrounded by people and still having to pay for kindness. Try improving what you can, and make peace with what you can't. Thanks for watching.